We're going to do the next two questions in this sequence, so questions 11 and 12, and we're going to, or pardon me, questions 9 and 10. So which chemical is oxidized in photosynthesis? Which chemical is the oxidizing agent? What chemical amount of electrons is transferred when 1 mole of glucose is produced in photosynthesis? So if I take the photosynthesis reaction, anytime they ask me for what is being reduced and what is being oxidized, I need to follow the electrons. So I always know that it's Ger, OA, Leo, Ra. And so the act of reduction is done by the oxidizing agent. Oxidation is done by the reducing agent. Now I've gone ahead and assigned oxidation numbers. Elements get an oxidation number of 0. Oxygen in a compound is -2. So because I've got two negative 2's, the carbon is +4. Hydrogens are +1 in a compound, -2 for oxygen in a compound. Here, hydrogens are +1, oxygens are a -2. And because that's an equal amount of positive and negative charge, my carbon is or not charge, but oxidation number, the carbon is 0. If you do not know how to assign oxidation numbers, you must go back and review that, because it is really helpful on the diploma. It's a fallback position for most questions. So here I can see that my oxygens are going from 0 to -2. They're becoming more reduced. So the gain of electrons reduction is done by oxygen, and oxygen is my oxidizing agent. Carbon, on the other hand, goes from 0 to +4. That's loss of electrons oxidation. It's my reducing agent. And so now I can describe those chemicals and processes. It asks me to say what chemical is oxidized. So glucose is oxidized, specifically carbon and glucose is oxidized. And then what chemical is the oxidizing agent? The oxidizing agent is oxygen. The next question says, what chemical amount of electrons is transferred when 1 mole of glucose is produced in photosynthesis? Now, this is a bit more tricky, but I've already got a balanced diagram here, right? Or a formula, sorry. So I've got 0 to +4 is 4 electrons per carbon. I have 6 carbons. So it's going to be 6 times 4 is 24 electrons per glucose. And then I've got 0 to -2 is 2 electrons per oxygen. I have 2 oxygens in a molecule, per oxygen. So it's 4 electrons per molecule of oxygen because there are 2. But then I have 6 oxygens. So 6 times 4 is here, and this is times 1. So it is 24 electrons, 24 mole of electrons per 1 mole of the combustion, right? And so 1 times 24, 6 times 4 is 24. So this is losing 24 electrons, this is gaining 24 electrons.